Hello, Victor Fox, Reptilianscum. I'm going to wrap this up pretty quickly. Just a few closing thoughts that I had for you. One, look up the definition of the term bullying. Look up the definition of the term cyber terrorism. You may find some things that you don't like. Okay? And take a look back at some of your other videos that you posted on your Victor Fox channel. Because if you really feel the way that you claim that you feel, you might find some things there that you don't like either. That is, if you truly feel the way that you say that you do. I find it staggering that you're going to call me a cyber bully or a cyber troll or whatever, a troll. I mean, I don't really care. You can call me a troll. I address you directly. Trolls typically won't do that on cam. They usually don't. It's like you, for example. I don't view you as a troll. I view a troll as someone who doesn't upload any videos, has an account, sets up an account, or a troll account, or whatever, and just posts comments. Or maybe we'll upload a video kind of like NWO Tunes does. I kind of view NWO Tunes as a troll because they don't address anyone personally. They won't come on cam either wearing a mask or otherwise, or even use their voice, even with the black screen. You know what I'm saying? Say something. Mr. Dark Zodiac, don't view him as a troll. I don't. I view you guys as cyber bullies. People who stalk and harass people online. And I want to touch again on what you said on your video to me. I touched upon it in my first video, but when you did your response to it, you omitted key points that I had made. I dropped George Bush Pimp's information. I did. But the part you omitted, and I will reiterate, George Bush Pimps had dropped another person's information, their address and phone number. That is why I did it to him. Because when you do that, you deserve to have it done to you. You will dance around the subject of my name. You will claim that you have it, but that you're not going to release it, that you're not going to say it. I told you in my other video that you had permission to give my name, say it on cam, post it all over your page, post it everywhere. And if you don't want to do my name, just give my initials. That works too. Just to prove to me that you're not a complete liar and failure. Now once again you say, look back at my previous video, the burden of proof is on the accuser. So I am accusing you of being a liar. Hence, it is my job to prove that you don't have my name. So I will. My name's not Eric Clayton. Anyway, moving forward. I really find it interesting. That you would accuse me of being a terrorist, a cyber terrorist, someone who tries to intimidate people. Who have I intimidated? Is someone intimidated by me? Is someone afraid of me? Because I can tell you right now, if they are, they really shouldn't be, because I have no intentions of harming anyone, going to anyone's home. I don't even have intentions of driving anyone to leave YouTube or commit suicide. I don't even think that you should leave. I don't. Because it's everyone's right to be here. Everyone's right to be here. That is why I differ from you. I don't believe that I have the right to drive people away who disagree with me. I do not believe that I have the right to do that. However, I do feel that I have the right to combat people who bully others. And the reason why I named my channel what I named it, Here Be Monsters. It's a quote, actually. It's from Friedrich Nietzsche. Battle not with monsters, lest ye become a monster, and if you gaze into the abyss gazes also into you. So basically what that's saying is, there are bad things that happen in the world. If you want to try to make the world better, you have to be willing to gaze into the abyss. And you have to be willing to do things that a lot of people wouldn't do. I am here because I've been watching what's been going on for a while. And there were things that needed to be said that weren't being said. I saw people attacking others. And making allegations about others. And many of the allegations they were making, they were guilty of the same behavior themselves. And I view that as an issue. I view that as hypocrisy. I believe that you should not attack someone else for doing something that you do. And while I've had to cross over, and I have had to point out character flaws in other people, yourself, for example. If you're going to go on and call somebody an idiot, call somebody a pedophile, and do these things, go on to a mentally challenged teenager, kid, go onto a kid's page and start uploading videos like that Victor Fox video that I showed before. When you do these things, there has to be a response. And I did not see an adequate response being made. And I'm watching, I'm like, why doesn't somebody say something to these assholes? To these pieces of white trash who feel that because they are not mentally challenged, that they can point that fact out and constantly remind other people who are that they are. They know that they are, okay? They don't need you to tell them over and over and over again. It's not about me driving you away. And I know that we can never be friends after the exchanges that we have had. And that doesn't bother me. And if you do not feel that what you are doing is wrong, then by all means keep doing it. But if you don't see a problem with the things that you're doing, if you're going to base your happiness on someone else's misery, then what you're attaining is not true happiness. It's like a drug. It looks like it, smells like it, tastes like it. but there's something missing, and there always will be. You're an engineer. You've done demo on buildings. If this is true, and I'm not saying necessarily that it is, but if this is true, then you're above this. You may be acting like a piece of white trash, but it's not what you are in reality. You can be much better than this. You claim that I'm the bully. You will not find me going on to a mentally challenged person's page and posting videos like that. I'm sorry. That's disgusting, and that's despicable, and it's unexcusable and unforgivable. You say, oh, because he's a troll, because he's trolled people. He's a 15-year-old kid who's mentally challenged. Ignore him. That's like saying, I kicked a 3-year-old across the parking lot because she bit me. No. You don't attack children. You don't attack people that are mentally retarded. And you don't point that out to people. To say, oh, you're a little retard. Like that's news to them. Believe me, they know. They don't need you to tell them. You sick, sadistic bastard. That's all you are. That's all you will ever be. It's disgusting. You're sick. You're a grown man. You are a grown man. Just because you're online, I would be ashamed of myself to put my face on the video that you just put out. And I can see why you didn't put your face on the Victor Fox videos, because you're obviously ashamed of that yourself. I have nothing to be ashamed of on here. While I did somewhat regret putting out George Bush Pimps' information, just because I believe that that is something that's like the nuclear bomb. You don't use it unless someone else has used it first. And even then, you really need to think about it. And when the agreement was made to end the conflict, I removed that information. I removed it. I took it out of the public eye. And I can tell you right now, at this point, you'd probably have a hard time finding somebody on YouTube who could tell you what George Bush Pimps' address was, or even his name. Some people remember it. You're sick, you've got a problem. You're a grown man, you're going online behaving like a child. And I feel a need to point this out to you. You pretend to be anonymous. Maybe you're not happy with your life and you feel like you have to become something more. You have to be part of something bigger in order to give yourself meaning. You say that you're part of Anonymous. Anonymous would be embarrassed by this. And Anonymous isn't embarrassed by much. But the videos you've been putting out, especially on Jared Milton, Anonymous would be embarrassed to have their name associated with you. This is YouTube. Here be monsters. You really need to get some help or do something.